Hello everybody, my name is Jacob. Welcome to Sideways channel, your front row seat of the world of the drifting. From insane tandems to rope build stories, we'll bring you to the best drifting highlights and take you behind the scenes as we build and break real drift cars. Buckle up, this ride goes sideways.
Allowed to decel, but is the initiation correct? In that case, he was on a different break. Here, it does look like Novak might have come in and closed a little bit quicker than he should have. Now, good job for Frederick Osmo to keep things going, keep things rolling. My first indication is that that contact did cause the hatch to open. If that's the case, then there's no real issue there. But you can see just how feisty Nick Novak is in the chase. The other part is the track, they have practice in this, but it is patchy, it is drying, and we see that there's smoke off.
That knowledge applied to his old car, and here he is. So here we go, Simon Olsen out front, initiating that first outside zone. Good, flew in line, like you said, just threw it right in there. Ben Hobson, like you said, had that reservation, a little hesitation now. Dialing in, here goes Seaman into that third outside zone. Ben Hobson diving in, aggressive on the line.
Does a good job getting into the second outside zone. Then through here, he is back on throttle. And it does look like Simon may have made an adjustment.
Wheels going round. Forsberg down the hill, initiating. Whoa! The long way. And she goes into the wall. Forsberg does.
I put too much trust in thinking that the track was dry, and I kind of like misplaced where I flicked and like made a wet patch, you know, so it was just trying too hard basically. But yeah, it just, once I went, obviously the rumble strips are very wet, the grass is wet.
Program as Odie Bakshi's leads that start chicane. Andy Haley comes down the hill. Here comes Odie Bakshi's wheel suspension S chassis. Good drag in the handbrake. Andy Haley lays back a little bit, but you see him wrapping around the inside clip. Odie, look at the power and the angle coming up the hill. That Vortex Supercharger winding away, and look at just flirting with the edge of the track. This is exactly what you want to do. I mean, this is putting the car in all the right places. This is what the judge want to see. Look at the placement of the car.
Yeah.
Boom, right on it. Probably one of the best lead runs we've seen here today. Big jump here. Bonkin Jr. up front, tip the tail. Yes, sir, big angle there. Bonkin Jr. goes in tight on the inside clip. Now transitioning, pulling that front right off the ground. The RTR, the Nitto tires on the corners into that third outside zone. And here we are once again. Boom, Bonkin Jr. hits that inside clip. James, he narrowly lets him pass. He lets them all through, but James back to the side of the other Ford Mustang, bringing it on home. Let them know you're here. Here we go, Matt Field, the Beast of the Bay, the Boiler Performance Corvette goes and slides in front of D-Mads, Derek Madison. D-Mads coming up the hill, chasing down that field. Quick little correction there. Whoa, D-Mads comes in hot, overcooks in the outside zone 3. Derek Madison.
Pretty decent for Matt Field. Let's see, this is the part right here. So adds a bit more. Yeah, it just, woo, it looked like Derek had that, Matt made that bit of a correction.
The drivers have some areas of improvement, but overall, they kept it between the lines. Here goes Federico Sharifo. He wraps it around the inside flip. Again, that's not where you want to be. Throw some more angle at it. Look at that right there. Angle! Oh, that is gonna, yeah, that's gonna be all she wrote. So Adam LZ, he passes.
We're gonna double pass.
Okay, we got Federico. This is ridiculous. But he's got Jonathan Hurst, great looking new livery car, looks good. He's got the big wang bangs out back. Castro throws it on in, the Menthol Dom. Toyota 86 now coming up the hill. Mr. Cool needs to catch up, now comes into that third outside zone. He taps it in. Mr. Cool, Jonathan Hurst. Holy cow, that was a crazy shot.
And the Castro looks good. I mean, does a good job to this zone. And Hurst here realized he needs to make up some proximity. And it is. I think that's a front wheel on front wheel.
He said it's raining at the top of the hill. So that's what's crazy. Here we go into wet conditions. Hurst slides on in. He saves it. So no practice, and Hurst goes yellow flag. Let's throw the caution there. And
yeah. And no, that's, I mean, that's one way to slow down.
Brand with the Rain X windshield wipers going in the rain. Ryan Literal in the Sunoco S chassis, the RB Army. Here goes Ryan Zerk into the inside clip 2, popping and locking. 909 horsepower under the hood. of Ryan Literal's S-chassis bumping and grinding all across the course. And now coming on into the inside flip, salvaging and saving it, bringing it. Be honest, very talented drivers, a lot of horsepower. And here comes Ryan Literal. He airs it out. Ryan's hurt. Almost goes off course, and both of them salvaging a bit of a run here. Ryan Literal. Here we go. Dylan the Dozer Hughes coming in the first outside zone. Oh, holy, goes off the United States Army BMW. Gets Squirrely Dan here. Coming now up the hill in that second outside zone. Getting bucked up. Let's see what we got. Dylan the Dozer Hughes would love to feel that heat wave as it is cold. Simon Olsen giving chase. Here we go. See how shiny. Look at the lights reflecting off of the surface. And Simon Olsen, he backwards entry, but not the one you're looking for. Frederick Osbo holds on to it. He skids his way into that first inside clip and now crawls his way up into outside zone 2, approaching outside zone 3. He fills all of it. And again, this is just a little slow-mo, slowed down considerably, but this is just going to really highlight the Forsberg versus 15 years old Hiro Manoa from Japan. Chris Forsberg probably more turns than anybody in this bracket, but he goes off course. He slides his way into the kitty litter, throwing off Hiro Manoa. You can see the rain is coming down. Saw what Forsberg did, a couple rounds ago or a couple battles ago, and now here comes Brandon Sorensen uphill, filling outside zone 2, approaching outside zone 3, so you can see the drive prowess here. The wheel speed is picking up. That allowed Rome Sharpens here. He didn't get all the way out to outside zone 3. He does have proximity, so this is all about car control. Keeping it, and just with that bounce, it looks like RCP bounces off it, gets in the dirt, gets in the dust. Not so much the dust, more of the mud. And then down the hill, here goes Shanahan, initiating that Red Bull 86, and now there goes Matt Field. Oh boy, comes out swinging. Shanahan using all of the course, holds on just by the skin of his teeth, and Matt Field bashes in the side of 86. They're both motoring up into outside zone 2. Here comes Shanahan into 3. They're banging towards Field, takes a shallower line, but as the white wheels go round, coming out of the keyhole, here comes Matt Field. You can see that four-leg sauce, throwing some flames. Shanahan, these guys, this is a sparring match right now. Flames, fire, smokes. He knows how to drive in the wet as well. Dominican. Oh boy, Adam Elsie. What? Massive angle, holds on and snaps back. Castro actually, I felt like Castro was kind and opened the door for him and said, here you go, sir, and let him go on by. That could have been very hairy and scary coming out through the keyhole on that inside clip. Adam LZ has had some insane
Initiation there. Basically a backie coming down the hill. And yeah, I mean, Castro does hold up to allow Adam.
Using all the course like it's absolutely dry conditions. He comes in hot, good sweeping line. Look at this is the Pacific Northwest boy against the Walmy. You talk about how he comes out of it. Oh boy, doing a big correction there just as I was picking him up. Initiates. You see him lock it up and tip the tail. We saw contact there from Castro. Turk gets in the back of John.
What's going on with Castro in that moment? So let's see here. Castro initiating. He is on the brake, so you can see the brake lights lit up.
Of history. James Dean across the nose of the Toyota GR86. James Dean fills all of that first outside zone. He brings it in tight. Castro gives him a little bit of room. He didn't get to the outside zone. Now he comes in tight. Oh, no! And Castro spins. Castro, best finish. Still, hey, you can force him to sing.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for hope here. I mean, I don't see it though. It just looks like Castro ripped up just a little bit, trying to fight back into it.
Slide him left or slide him right, regardless, they slide him into the first outside zone. Coming down the hill, the iconic Road Atlanta. The Rooster Tail off the back of the Supra, the Ford Mustang into that inside clip. Bringing a little wide there is Frederick Osbo now back up the hill. Snappy transition, the X Factor is what they're looking for. Into that second outside zone, now bringing into the third outside zone. Coming into the keyhole, James Dean with a little bit more angle. That seems to be his move. He really flirts with the edge of the track, and now coming outside of the keyhole, they were in there once thinking we had a victor. A little bit of technology went a long way, and now coming back at that inside flip. These guys riding jet skis as of the Road Atlanta 2025. James Dean leads. The Type S lights are on in the Type S finals. Coming past that inside flip for the second one more time. The third battle between these two guys. Frederick Osbo got the win in Long Beach. He got the win here last year. James Dean, the defending champion. Comes into that outside zone, number 3. Pass it inside clip, absolutely on it. Frederick Osmo chases him down, hunts him down like a big game mantelpiece. Let's see what taxidermy, if we're gonna have a Mustang or a Supra hanging on the wall. Now past that last outside, but it's not unanimous. It is not unanimous.
That just says how incredible this is and how difficult this is to judge. Yeah.
You in Orlando for our next round of competition. After 3 battles in total, a non-unanimous decision. Again, 2 against 1. There was a one more time vote, and the other 2 votes going to a driver who has won here before, who has had championships. And your winner here at Atlanta is James the Machine Dean gets the win. James Dean gets the win. Frederick Osmo gets second, and Odie Bakshis in third.
So after second round of Formula Drift, we are going now to the sunny Spain with Drifmasters. So let's get it started.
See him slot through the gears, a big clutch kick. He lights the tyres from almost the start line as he now fires through. Oh, and he's so wide, he's very, very wide. How did he hold on to that? But that will be wheels off circuit. I've got a feeling that's going to be open. Here's Nakamura. Nakamura off the line in this Toyota GR86. Through the gears he goes to Jay-Z. Said that this is the most comfortable car he's ever driven, and he was so excited to get back to Europe. He couldn't wait to get here. And look at that as he dives across the circuit. That's much better from Nakamura as he now keeps it clean in the outside zone. Fires through, picks up the throttle nice and early, hits the rev limiter as he transitions down. Look, dab of the handbrake as Nakamura picks up that inner zone, looks for the final zone across the line. Bishkonski or Jakob Bishkonski, you can see the damage on the front of this GR86. Bishkonski got it wrong earlier on, hit the wall, put the car into a 360 spin along the wall, destroyed every panel, every corner. The team, every team in the paddock jumped in and helped him repair it. He's back out for his only qualifying run that he'll get as Bishkonski now puts that car right where it needs to be, fires through on full throttle. He's not phased, he's not worried about what happened earlier on. He goes right to the edge of the circuit. He said, look, we can make it look pretty this afternoon, this evening. Once this is over, he just needs to get himself into the top 32. Fires down, looks for that inner zone, just about picks it up, locks the front wheel. That can't be easy to drive, but he makes it work. That's what I've been told anyway. That's what they tell me. Okay, there you go. Back to Estonia we go, and it's going to be Oliver Randalou, BMW E46, M50 Turbo, fires that car in. This young man, super confident as well, looking good out there. Oh, look at that line, that's absolutely beautiful. Gets to that curve nice and early, uses all of the track, utilises that track the judges said he was allowed to use to get to that outside zone, flicks the car through. Again, he's using every inch of tarmac available here in Spain as he puts it across the line, and that was absolutely stunning. Yeah, upset top 32. Dmitry Brutsky sits in 32nd place. Ooh. 76.5 is the score that Adam Zalewski needs to get in the show and take Brutsky out. Can he do it right now? We see a little problem with the car earlier. There they got it fixed. Is it 100%? He slams through the gears. The former Drifmasters champion needs to get it all done right now. You can hear that car on full tilt. It's not that good on the outside zone. He gets to that zone though very nicely. Oh, he's deep into the wall. He runs the wall, takes the tail light out the back end of it. As he comes through, the car doesn't sound 110%, but he's trying his best. As Zalewski puts foot to floor, clutch kicks the car, and it struggles to get across the line.
Yeah, rough go. I think this is more out of aggression.
Oh, it's just for kudos. Now it's just for that top spot. Who will take it in qualifying? Can it be this man? Will it be the former Driftmasters champion, Piotr Wojciech, as he fires through in this A90 Supra? Look at the aggression, look at the angle. Oh, look at the line. It's textbook, right to the edge of the circuit, as the Polishman now is not messing around. He's got this car figured out. It took him a while, but now he knows the way it works and the way it wants to be driven.
Yeah. He's got this dialed.
Good year.
Oh, it's going to be a good year.
Watching Peter Vicek in that car is going to be a very good year. And look at that, he already comes out with a bat swinging. A 91.7 drops him into first place. Off the line in this incredible BMW E92. More power this year, another 300 horsepower. Can he put it to use right now? Maybe he left some in the tank for first qualifying run. He certainly did, because now he's coming out absolutely ripping. Look at that from Pascoli. I want to know if he kept both the rear wheels in that zone as he comes through. Down the hill he goes, looks to dial on the angle, picks it up. Oh!
No! That's not fair.
Screaming a bag load of nitrous to get her alive as he hangs on and fires through. Listen to the sound of that V8 as Dean fires it through. Look at this from James Dean. He won't want to get left out. He'll want to be top spot, and it looks very good at the moment as Dean goes right to the edge of the circuit and right to the edge once again. A dab of the handbrake sets Dean up for that inside zone, right to the edge and across the line. That is flawless. I don't care what anyone says. That is what it's all about. At round one.
It might happen. It might be happening right before our very eyes right now.
Look at this. It was the way he transitioned the car on throttle, as you said, it was flawless. I don't know. Oh, and it is, and James Dean is back, ladies and gentlemen. A 93.5 in this. There we go. James Dean rounds out qualifying with a 93.5. Takes the top split. Peter Vicek second, Kvyat third, Shanahan fourth, Shanahan fifth. This is going to be a hell of a year because these guys aren't messing around. Heinonen drops into the 8th place there. Oran Nilsson gets himself into 13th. Pascoli in the fight, in the conversation. Diogo Correa, how did that car hold on? In the right in the middle of the top 32. Jason Benet, the man I put my money on this weekend, well, he's in the show, that's for sure. Holovnia crashed the car yesterday in it. Egan in it. Bagsy in the show. Look at this. Rittenen, Yves Meyer, Pontus Hartmann, and Adam Zalewski out of nowhere, just about by the skin of his teeth, made it into the show. And these are the guys we're going to be losing this weekend. A lot of wild cards, a lot of newcomers to the championship. Lessons to be learned for those guys.
Yeah.
Maybe some time to reflect, and everyone at home is excited to see it. And so are you, Jacob. And that is the battle tree. And here it is. James Dean will take on Adam Zalewski. I'm just going to have a look for some standout battles for me. Oran Nilsson, Jarkko Euler.
Yeah.
Straight away it screams into my face.
Connor Shanahan, Clint Van Ort. That is going to be nasty.
Connor Falvey against Jakub Puszczonski.
Yeah.
That is going to be a very good battle. Pavel Korpelinski, Steve Bagsy, Biaggioni. Two guys that are deadly in the chase and have a pretty good lead run. That one's going to be very, very good as well. Egan Poitalaksko.
Yeah, I know.
That's going to be some pressure right there for Dave Egan.
Kevin Passeur, Mika Keskakorpi, that's another crazy. Like, that whole bracket is absolutely nuts.
Thumbs up from Martin. This is it. The end of qualifying is almost over as they're off the line. It's going to be Vicek to lead out James Dean for the final battle in our qualifying showdown. Oh, are you serious? This is going to be an insane weekend. Bumper parts spread across the track. Fog lights out. Oh! Wow! Big accident. Wow, what happened? Here we go. Let's go back to the replay from our drone. Vicek fires through. Dean fires through. Vicek on the brakes early. Doesn't get on throttle. Dean can't slow the car down.
He tried.
He tried.
He tried
just
so hard.
He comes in so fast and he just couldn't slow the car down. And you know the scary thing for James is the back end of that RTR Mustang.
You're gonna see it
in the door. Look at this. You're going to see the back end of that Mustang. Oh, sandwich. Vicek against the wall. Oh my God.
Jeez.
Champion. Laurie Heinonen from Finland. Through the start line they go. Sorry, no chicane anymore. Through the gears down. As Laurie Heinonen, big clutch kick, flicks that 180 SX to angle. And there's no chance that Cherba's going to let him get away and almost takes a back bumper off the back end of that S13 as he now makes another dive. And Cherba knows he can rely on the finished driver to push it to the limit. And look at the angle from Laurie Heinonen as he absolutely throws caution to the wind and puts the car right where it needs to be and across the line. Cherba was caught up there on good chase as he starts to creep already. They get the green light and Cherba breaks that beam and we get all clear, ready to send through the gears. Goes Benedictus Cherba as he flicks A92 across the circuit. Heinonen with a big clutch kick on a shallow wobble there from both guys and almost impact as Laurie Heinonen absolutely backs that car in, rear wheel to rear wheel. They both flick on angle. It's scrappy from both at the moment. Oh, and then come down. Contact.
So, okay, very interesting. Obviously, a bunch of drivers that are young that do, rank really high, but for a lot of them, when you're in your first couple of events, that's going to be the case.
Right, but hold on, we've got drama already unfolding the start line. Right, we have a 2-minute timer clock here at Drifmasters, and you know the rules by now if you've been following us along for a while, and that is as soon as that 2-minute clock is activated by one car pulling to the line, the other car has to get there. Marco Zaccaru is still down the back of the grid. Our start line Marshall Marston's down there with him and the rest of the Driftmasters team. Does it look like he's going to get into the line?
Sure.
And I think he's bent a steering arm already. Oh, he's bent a steering arm, warming the car up in the tyre warming area. For me, spots at full throttle there. Nakamura goes for it. Yeah, drives up. Oh, that's big contact. And it looks to me like he snapped the steering arm or pulled the steering wheel clean out Nakamura's hand. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, that's going to happen with that kind of contact. I really think Nakamura expected his boss up to be faster and kind of went into it and drove like that because, you know, maybe that's the notes, maybe that's just what he was thinking and how
Bit of room, there was some mistakes in that lead. Hindman now jumps into formation onto that back bumper and he does give him the room to manoeuvre. As Hindman doesn't want to make any mistakes, doesn't want to put himself in any danger, but he does a little bit there as he drops the wheel off the edge of the circuit, kicks up some dust, and now Randall starts to pull away. Hindman not really putting himself in the fight, and I think Hindman panicked a little bit there. He's shortcutting the circuit massively. Randall fires all these outside zones through the checklist and across the line.
Very interesting. In time said, I don't think it can happen. And this is it. 20 seconds remain for James Dean to get that car to the line. So you can see him firing down what is, I believe, the front straight of this racetrack.
Yeah,
and he's already trying to scrub in those front tires on the way over because he's not going to have a lot of time to scrub in the back. So.
No, he certainly isn't. He's probably been doing a little bit of tyre wobble as much as he can. Yeah, look, and he's been given the signal. He made it in time, just about. But yeah, our start line Marshall Marston's like, look, we need to go. And look at Oliver Randall in the car. He's like, hey, I've been sat here for 2 minutes. I need to re-warm my tyres.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. And Randall now starts to put on a protest.
I mean, I get it. So let's see here.
Oh,
say they timed out.
He's been disqualified from competition. Goes down as soon as he sees that light illuminate. Slots the car into gear and he's going to give chase to a man that has some serious credentials in European drifting right now as Juha Rittinen leads him out. Big clutch kick for Rittinen. And look at that from Passeur. He waited too long. Whoa! Both guys drop a wheel over the edge of the circuit as Kevin Passeur holds on. Oh! No! Rittenen's into the wall. He takes a tyre off the rim. He can't hold on to it. His wheel's off track. And Passeur makes his way past and the leader. They come off the line under the green line. It will be Randall to lead out Jack Shanahan. Only one spot in the final away. So look at that. A strange initiation. Randall, massive understeer for Jack Shanahan. He has to shut it down. As Randall given the opportunity to drive away. I would love to know what happened to Jack Shanahan as they fire through. Randall puts the car right where it needs to be, stands on the throttle, and on a foot brake and gets it across the line.
You saw Randall in there.
And Kevin Passeur for the third step on the podium. Could we decide it here in just one battle as the visor slams shut, the door slams shut, the cars are in gear, the light goes green and they are good to go. As Passeur now leads out Shanahan for possibly the last run. Look at this, some separation already as Kevin Passeur puts foot to floor. Now Shanahan starts to regain some of that lost ground on the handbrake early. For Shanahan as he dives in on the door, Passeur on an absolute winder of a lead line at the moment. Shanahan trying to find the door, that BMW as they transition down. Shanahan throws all the angle at it, but he stalls him up as Passeur brings him across the line.
Wow, a lot of momentum. So this might just what might feel like a battle for runners-up, but to these drivers, this means everything.
It certainly does. Well, there we go. Decisions in. Who's it going to be? Left for Passeur, right for Shanahan. It's one vote for Passeur. It's going to be Kevin Passeur. He takes third step on the podium here at round 2 of Driftmasters 2025. Right now, as he sits there feeling even more confident, knowing that Itay Seder wasn't on the door. He couldn't give him the chase. Itay Seder says, I still believe I can be there. I can still believe I can win a round of Driftmasters. Who will it be standing on the top step? Let's find out as they go through the gears. Randall looks across to Itay Seder as they fire those cars in. Randall now loses a little ground as Itay puts a car right to the edge of the circuit, but Randall goes wide. Wheels over the edge of the circuit. He holds onto it. How did Oliver Randall hold on to that run? He glues it to the side of Itay Seder's 2 Series BMW. They fire through the inner zone as Randall takes another bite out of the back bumper.
Wow.
Unbelievable scene.
What? Very close to having to do that.
Well, there we go. They're on track, arm in arm, because for both of these guys it's a dream come true. But who will be the round 2 winner? Slide them left for Randall, right for Santa. It's going to be the man from Estonia. Oliver Randalou does it. He wins his first ever round of Drifmasters and takes the top step. But now he manages to top the step on the podium. There we go. Oliver Randalou takes the most amount of points, 100 points away from round one. Ite Silla comes in second place. Kevin Purcell will round out the podium in third. And there we go. We see our big contenders in there. Shanahan, Dean, Shanahan, Falvey, Rittenham. It's going to be unbelievable. 4 Irish, 2 Estonians, a Finnish driver. This year is going to be crazy if that's anything to go by. And look at that, rounding out these Scott drivers. Pontus Hartman in the mix. Laurie Heinonen still in the fight though, rounding out the top 10. A lot tired in 11th place here. As we move through, we can see now the points starting to drop away. Bagsy grabbing 16 points from this weekend. Zalewski grabbing 16 points as well. And Vychek up there with 27 after that incredible qualifying session yesterday.
Thank you for watching this video. Please hit the like button below. Also don't forget to subscribe my channel and see you on the next movie. Let me know in the comments what the new series you want to see on my channel. So see you next time.